Galatians 6:20. 6:9 declares, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Let those words sink deep into your heart. Do not give up. Do not grow weary. The breakthrough is coming. You don't know what the next 24 hours hold. You don't know what God can shift in a week, a month, or even in the blink of an eye. What looks like an impossibility today could be a testimony tomorrow. The very thing that seems out of reach right now may be moments away from being placed in your hands. Don't grow weary. Faith reaches for what is just beyond our ability. Faith stretches toward the unseen, trusting that even when we can't perceive the change, God is working behind the scenes. Keep going. You may say, "I've been fighting. I've been praying. I've been doing everything I can." And yet, the situation remains the same. But hear this: do not grow weary. Be diligent. Keep believing. Keep trusting. I would rather live my entire life believing for the breakthrough, even if I don't see it yet, than to stop believing one day too soon. I would rather arrive in eternity knowing that I held on to faith, than to live in regret, wondering what could have been if I had only pressed on a little longer. Because here's the truth: the pain of quitting, the pain of throwing in the towel, the pain of regret, those are always greater than the pain of perseverance. Let me say that again. The pain of regret is always greater than the pain of perseverance. And God is saying to you today, if you persevere, I will reward you. Don't quit. Life is full of twists and turns. It's easy to become weary, easy to feel like there's no point in pressing on. Quitting is easy. That's why so many people do it. But you are not one of them. You were not made to quit. Micah 7:8 proclaims, "Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise." Yes, you might stumble. Yes, you might feel like you've been knocked down. But the righteous don't stay down. They get back up, again and again and again. Proverbs 24:16 tells us, "A righteous man falls 7 times, but rises again." So if you fall 7 times, get up 8. If life knocks you down, rise back up. If the enemy tries to steal your joy, reclaim it. If you feel like the battle is too much, stand firm anyway, because the fight is already fixed in your favor. The seed and the harvest. So often, we pray for trees, and God sends us seeds, and because we don't immediately see the full picture, we despise the small beginnings. We look at the seed and say, "This isn't what I asked for. This isn't strong enough. This isn't what I envisioned." But God says in Luke 16:10, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." What are you doing with what God has already placed in your hands? Are you waiting for the perfect conditions, or are you faithfully cultivating what He has given you? You may not see the growth now. You may not understand how it will all come together. But whatever God has placed before you, tend to it, nurture it, protect it. Because seeds grow, and when they do, they don't just grow, they multiply. It will feel gradual at first, and then, suddenly. The process of breakthrough. We love the idea of instant results, but breakthrough is rarely immediate. It takes time. Hebrews 6:12 tells us that we inherit the promises of God through faith and patience. Faith is believing. Patience is trusting through the waiting. It's gradual and then sudden. It looks the same day after day. The same routine, the same prayers, the same unseen progress. But then, one day, everything shifts. But here's the test. Can you remain faithful when nothing seems to be changing? Can you trust God even when you don't understand the timing? Can you keep believing even when doubt whispers, it's never going to happen? Because those who are faithful in the process will be rulers over much. God is watching to see how you handle the little before He entrusts you with more. Will you stay diligent? Will you persevere even when it's tedious? Because all progress comes by process. The season of hidden growth. Growth never happens in the light. It happens underground. It happens in the dark places, in the quiet, in isolation, in the seasons where nothing seems to be happening. And maybe that's where you are right now. Maybe you're wondering why you don't see any evidence of progress. But trust this: the deeper the roots, the stronger the tree. And when the storms come, when the winds rage, when life throws its hardest punches, you will still be standing. Because you are rooted in something greater, rooted in love, rooted in faith, rooted in Jesus. And on the other side of this dark season is your breakthrough. The light always wins. Darkness is real, but it is not the end. Breakthrough is on the other side of darkness. Revival is on the other side of pressing through. And when God moves, no amount of darkness can stop Him. So don't fear the night. Don't be discouraged by the process. Even in brokenness, God is at work. Even in disappointment, He is still moving. Even in the setbacks, He is setting you up for something greater. The cost of success. We often admire those who seem to have everything together, those who appear to rise suddenly into greatness. But what we don't see are the years of toil behind the scenes. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow once wrote, "The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night." There is no such thing as overnight success. Every breakthrough is preceded by unseen work. Every victory is preceded by unseen battles. Every moment of greatness is built on years of perseverance that nobody saw. The people who seem to rise overnight are the ones who labored in the dark for years, the ones who kept showing up, the ones who battled through doubts and fears and frustration. And then, suddenly, the world saw what God had been preparing all along. Confronting the giants. When you walk with God, you will face giants. But like David, you don't need to fear them. You don't need to be intimidated by the size of the obstacle. Because when you've spent time with God, when you've trusted Him in the quiet, when you've built that foundation of faith, nothing can shake you. So when the giant stands before you, look him in the eye and declare, "Bring it on." Never quit. Never back down. Never give up. Because your breakthrough is coming.